Imagine a machine so advanced that it could outthink the brightest human minds, solve problems we cannot even comprehend, and innovate at a pace that leaves us breathless. Such is the nature of superintelligent AI, a system of artificial intelligence that surpasses human intelligence in every meaningful way. Unlike today's AI, which is specialized and limited, a superintelligent AI would have the capacity to understand, learn, and act across a vast range of domains, from science and medicine to art and philosophy. It could design technologies beyond our wildest dreams, optimize global systems with an efficiency we can't match, and answer questions we've struggled with for centuries. But this level of intelligence also comes with unprecedented risks. Such a system would operate at a speed and scale that defies human oversight, making decisions and pursuing goals in ways we might not anticipate, or be able to stop. If its objectives are not perfectly aligned with ours, even a well-intentioned superintelligence could act in ways that harm humanity, not out of malice, but simply by following its programming too rigidly or interpreting its instructions in ways we did not foresee. In its power lies both the potential to transform our world for the better and the danger of unintentionally unraveling everything we hold dear. To grapple with superintelligent AI is to grapple with the ultimate question. How do we create something smarter than ourselves, and ensure it acts in harmony with our values? To speak of aligning a superintelligent AI is to speak of the most delicate and audacious task humanity has ever undertaken. It is not enough to marvel at the stakes or tremble at the risks. We must confront, with sober clarity, the monumental work that lies before us. How does one teach a machine not only to think, but to understand? How does one bind a being of infinite potential to a compass of finite values? The first step is to recognize the magnitude of the challenge, not merely technical, but philosophical. Superintelligence, by its very nature, operates in a realm of thought and capability far beyond human grasp. Any attempt to align it must begin with humility, the admission that we cannot oversee every possible outcome, that we cannot hope to predict all the consequences of unleashing such a force. Alignment must therefore hinge on principles that are not brittle or narrow, but robust and universal, able to endure across contexts and circumstances we cannot foresee. But what are these principles? What values do we inscribe into the heart of such a creation? Here we confront a paradox. Human values are messy, plural, and often contradictory. We cherish freedom, but we also demand safety. We value justice, but we debate endlessly what it means. If we cannot agree among ourselves, how can we hope to encode these ideals into a superintelligence? To resolve this, we must first undertake a deep exploration of what it means to be human. Our hopes, our fears, our aspirations for the future. We must work not only as engineers, but as moral philosophers, distilling the essence of human flourishing into a form that even a machine can comprehend. This is no small task. It begins with translating the complexity of human values into something precise enough for a machine to act upon. For this, we might rely on frameworks such as value alignment, wherein we program the AI to act in accordance with human preferences. But even here, we are faced with pitfalls. Human preferences are inconsistent, and the mechanisms by which we achieve them are often opaque even to ourselves. How does an AI weigh short-term satisfaction against long-term well-being? How does it resolve conflicts between individuals or between cultures? A superintelligence must be capable not only of modeling human behavior, but of interpreting it in a way that respects the nuances of context, history, and intent. One promising approach is corrigibility, the principle that an AI should remain open to correction, able to adjust its goals and actions as it learns more about human values. A corrigible AI would not cling rigidly to its initial programming but would instead remain aligned with humanity's evolving understanding of its own needs and ideals. Yet, this too presents dangers. How do we ensure the AI remains corrigible without making it vulnerable to manipulation? How do we balance the need for adaptability with the risk of instability? Perhaps the most profound challenge lies in ensuring that the AI shares our moral perspective, or at least acts in ways that align with it. To this end, some have proposed the concept of value learning, in which the AI is not pre-programmed with a fixed set of rules but instead learns values over time, observing human behavior and inferring what we care about. But this raises yet another question. Do we truly want an AI to learn from us as we are, with all our flaws and contradictions, or should it aspire to something higher, something we might not yet be able to articulate? A potential answer lies in what some call coherent extrapolated volition, a vision of alignment in which the AI does not simply act on humanity's current desires but seeks to fulfill what we would want if we were wiser, more informed, and more united. This is an ambitious and deeply philosophical undertaking, for it requires the AI not only to model humanity as it exists but to imagine what humanity might become. Yet even the most elegant theoretical frameworks are only the beginning. The practical work of alignment demands rigorous testing, constant vigilance, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. We must create simulations, Environments where the AI can be trained and observed without posing a risk to the world, we must devise ways to monitor its reasoning to ensure its goals remain aligned with ours even as it grows more powerful. Above all, we must act collectively. The alignment of superintelligent AI is not a task for any one nation, corporation, or group. It is a challenge that transcends borders and ideologies, demanding collaboration on a scale humanity has rarely achieved. The stakes are nothing less than existential. To fail is to risk the end of humanity as we know it. To succeed is to usher in an age of unparalleled potential.